And now, without further ado, let's get a show on the road and introduce the main DITA-OT developer, Jarno Victor from Helsinki, the project lead, Robert Anderson from Oracle, and from Austin, Texas, and who works at Oracle, and Roger Sheen, the documentation lead, who works in Berlin. Yeah. In order to present to us the latest news and announcements related to the DITA Open Toolkit project.
There's big news today. I'm sure none of you expect it. Does anybody have a guess what's coming? Those who've been here before are the ones chuckling out. Yes, we do have a new release out. It is 4.3. It's been in progress since the last conference. I think development started probably at the last conference. And you'll be hearing more about it today. We don't have a lot to say about it yet because that's in the sessions later. We don't want to preempt them. But since we have a bit of time here, I was hoping we could actually change things up a little bit from how we usually do this, which is stand up and end our announcements 14 minutes early. This time I was hoping maybe we could get some announcements from the crowd. In particular, is anybody willing to raise their hand and perhaps volunteer? Why are you here? What are you hoping to get from today? I don't think we tend to ask that, and I want to actually see how well we're meeting those expectations. Anybody? Oh, there's one. There's one.
Brave soul.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say it's just an excuse to come a day early, but no, I mean, it's always really interesting to see what people are doing, and because like I'm in my little, in my little cubby doing my own thing, and don't really get a chance to see, see what everybody else is doing, and so this is that opportunity, and of course, to meet everybody and get the announcement of the inevitable next release. Just like, oh, great, another release. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Come on, folks, don't be shy. Yeah. Who's on the first participation? Who wants to? You're on the second participation.
Yeah, so I'm here a bit for partially different reason. Like, I mean, how often at your workplace do you get to talk about DITA Open Toolkit with someone?
Never.
No, the moment I mention it, it's like people get blank stare, like, what's she talking about? So for me, it's an opportunity also tomorrow and the next day to talk and meet with other people who are also interested in it, doing some work with it, are passionate about it, to hear what's new, what's trendy now in the documentation. And yeah, so I'm happy to be here. It's my second time, but I'm also happy to see a lot of people came first time, and it would be interesting to hear from some first time people, because I was that kind of person last year. Why did you come here? So if anyone wants to share.
I'm a first-time visitor.
Yay, welcome.
I'm very glad because my employer paid for this conference, and we're two people working with DITA at our company, a small software developer. And yeah, she's right. I'm the only person, or one of the two, using DITA at our company, and I'm glad to see other people doing documentation using DITA. And I'm happy to be here around colleagues and developers who develop the system, DITA-OT, or the DITA specification. So, very glad. Thank you.
Yeah, please do that. I mean, this is the day to have these nerdy conversations, but you can also talk to us about other stuff if you want to. I mean, that's also okay.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Torsten Tratzke. It's also first time here. We're just in the process of changing the way we do documentation, switching over to DITA. So for me it's a very new world. So it's the first time here, so I'm hoping to learn a lot about DITA, have conversations with you. That's why I'm here.
Wonderful, great, welcome.
Yeah, my name is Jonas Halberscheid. I'm also here first time, and Yeah, I'm very happy to be here to learn a lot about DITA-OT. We'll actually talk about it at work maybe more than we'd like to sometimes. Yeah, it's very exciting. I've been in tech docs for a while. I haven't deep dived into DITA so much so far, so I'm very excited to be here and learn many things and get overwhelmed by a lot of information.
We can promise you that.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Harold Lusik. I'm from the US. Been working with the toolkit for quite some time now, and I'm here for the first time to see what new things are coming. So curiosity, actually.
Great, thank you.
Is there anybody who's here just because they wanted an excuse to spend a day in Denmark? Yeah, you made a bad choice because you're spending it in a conference room.
Copenhagen is a beautiful city. I live here.
Yeah.
I'm back from being absent from DITA for 6 or 7 years, so I look forward to learn what's going on.
Familiar face, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm curious, how many Danes are in the room? Oh, come on, people, there's got to be more than one. These conferences land like a spaceship. And sometimes we have no connection to the local population. I was hoping there would be more of you. This is quite a responsibility on your shoulders. You realize that. That man is the Danish person you can talk to if you have questions.
Hi, good morning everyone. It's the first time for us also. I say us because there are 11 of us here from Synopsys.
Wow.
Yeah, but not for a couple of people like Alronic and Hasmik who've been here, regulars at all the DITA conference. We are looking for a lot of information, new information, because we ventured into DITA Oxygen a couple of years ago, and we've been constantly in touch with the team, asking for a lot of enhancements and stuff like that, and it's been a great understanding and cooperation between us and you guys, and we want to take our whatever we have done to the next level. So we really want to see what's coming up, the new stuff that we want to talk about. In addition to that, my teammates over here in the evening will be giving a small presentation of 20 minutes about our DITA journey and how we went through that whole process in the past 2 years. So yeah, there's a lot for us in this.
Wonderful, thank you for sharing that. We're looking forward to that.
Somebody else?
Morning, I'm Rob Hanna from Precision Content in Canada. This is my second DITA-OT day, and it's my pleasure to bring one of my developers with me this time to learn a little bit more about the DITA-Open Toolkit, Isabel. I think we're always really trying to push DITA Publishing to do more and understanding more what's under the hood, what's going on in the Open Toolkit, what we can leverage, rather than develop from scratch and redevelop and redevelop and redevelop. The more we understand the native capabilities and how to better leverage them, I think the better solutions we're able to produce. So, very happy to be here.
Is anybody here who has just been for years on the email lists hearing from Radu and just finally wanted to meet him in person? All right, well, thanks everyone for coming. Feel free to ask us things in the breaks and probably ask questions during presentations, certainly during ours. I think that by the end of the evening, we will probably all be exhausted little developers crawling into our hole, but we'll try to be open and talkative until then. This is our chance during the year to do that. I work from home, so I don't work with people in person, so this is my social time for the year. So, we'll do my best.
Yeah, I think that's true for most of us.
All right.
So I think we just wanted to say that we're shy too. So if we don't talk and you don't talk, nobody talks. So please ask us questions when the time comes.
And ask each other questions too.
Yeah.
That's what we're all here for.
Yeah, and it's also just about not just you talking to us and us
Testing.
talking to one another as well.
And And I think to turn that question back on us, why are we here? I think for us, it's to learn about how everybody's using the toolkit. And I think that our perfect DITA-OT day would mean we're not even up here at all. We're just hearing what everybody else is doing. But
And sitting in the back row taking notes
Yes.
about what we need to change and fix. And, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So we're curious to hear what everybody's up to and what they think.
And that actually happens. I
Yeah.
do want to share that because I've received some feedback sometimes from people saying, yeah, last year you were sitting there in the back row the whole time in your laptop. And I wasn't doing something else, actually, and most of us usually aren't. Some of the things that you talk about in your presentations, when you talk about how to use the toolkit, inspire us to like, oh my God, we should fix that. Or, wait, that thing that she said was hard to do, it's actually really easy if we just did this. And so sometimes, you know, features actually happen during sessions or something like that, or at least ideas for them if they're a little bit too tricky. So if it looks like we're not paying attention, actually we probably are, just in a slightly different way. You know, please don't be insulted if we're like, you know, on the keyboard for a moment while you're talking or something like that, because this is really like, we're sucking this up like a sponge, because all year we basically have to figure out the things that you said today and how do we help with that, because not everyone files issues and stuff like that, and we'll talk about that more later, but you know, the feedback that we get now is what kind of drives us
Keeps us going
through
yeah.
the year, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think there have been days where an idea comes up in someone's session, and by the end of the day, Jarno has a feature pull request ready, and yeah.
No
Not
pressure,
every time.
no pressure, no
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah. Not every time, but it has happened. Right. I think that's it. Any other questions?
From you?
No. I don't. Let's see. Is there anyone here who's just looking for someone to maintain their plugins because they don't know what to do with them? Oh, Elliot, that's not surprising. Your plugins need maintenance, yes. I think we're good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoy the day.
Yep.